Are you ready for the national anthem? Okay. Ushers, please. I can still see some people sitting at the back. Please, let's move forward. Let's bring people forward, please. Thank you for coming early. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate every one of you. But please, let's move forward. Let's make it as compact as possible. If there's an empty chair in front of you, please fill up that empty chair. Maybe we should start from there. Okay, I've gotten a cue from the media team. They are ready for us. Please, let's rise for the national anthem. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Please be seated. To recognize Etisobe Mbalwa Benga Ishmael, the NIESV Lagos branch chairman. We recognize you, sir. Thank you so much. Also here with us, we have Etisobe Mbalwa Bola Onobadejo. He's the chairman of the occasion and a member of the NIESV Board of Trustees. Please help me appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. We also have here the Vice Chairman of NIESV Lagos branch, Etisobe Mbalwa Tosin Kadiri. I also like to recognize my friend, Etisobe Mbalwa Akin Opatola. He's an Etisobe, but today I'm recognizing him as the FIAPSI Nigerian chapter president. My president. Thank you so much. I also recognize some of our fellows here and senior colleagues. I can't mention everyone one after the other, but I particularly want to recognize Etisobe Mbalwa Janet Omeri. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have some of our facilitators here as well. They came early. We have town planner Gabriel Adeyanju. Let me start. Thank you, sir. We have Mr. Femi Madariola, partner PwC. Thank you so much. All right, I know we have a lot of our colleagues that have joined us online. Thank you so much all for logging in. All right, on this note, I would like to call on the man that brought us here, the chairman of MCPD subcommittee, Essence of Balua, Power on Mosuzi, fellow of the Nigerian Institution of Essence of Viewers and Baluas, to give us this welcome speech. GBO, are you ready, sir? 1 minute. All right. If you have to. Madam OVA, DK. DK. Thank you so much, DK. All right. I also recognize Mrs. Ogabaluato Otepola. Thank you so much, ma'am. Mrs. Ogabaluato Bakari is also here with us. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Yes, Mrs. Ogabaluato Andrew Okon. I hope I got it, sir. Thank you so much. I just met Basi. Okay, so while we wait for, I know we started officially, so while we wait for the chairman to join us to come forward for his welcome speech, how many of you met someone new today? So I have like 2 names already. Can you imagine? Let's just about us. We network now. Please don't mind me. I like programs being as interactive as possible. So from Night Frank, who did you meet? Adiolu, who is Adiolu? Adiolu? There's no Adiolu? Okay, outside, alright. Who should I put on the spot again? Aisha. Who did you meet? I just meeting her. My chairman, we are waiting for you. Alright. MCPD, Lagos Branch, Support.
Thank you so much. You are all welcome. It is a great pleasure to welcome our chief host, president, and the chairman. I'm sorry because I was supposed to use the group chair. Chairman of the Council of Nigerian Institution of Essence of Health and Value, NIESV, Alonge Victor. Our host, the branch member of Otumba Bola Manager, other distinguished facilitators, in the person of Femi Mandiola, partner PwC, ESV Akin Watala, ESV, and Gabriel Adiongu. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to use the brochure, but because of the challenges we're having with the arrival of the brochure. Your knowledge and us on the theme of this program, embracing technology, the future of real estate services. Today's program, which is in tandem with the lofty objective of the institution and the current leadership of the branch, promises to further equip and enhance our knowledge and competence in our quest to be consistently relevant in the present world today, the dynamic economy, with daily inventions, conscious and deliberate efforts via constant training for real estate professionals and collective empowerment are all we require. distinguished noble colleagues, I'm strongly convinced that this program will highlight the myriad of challenges of the team and provide pragmatic approach to solving identified problems. By the end of the day, knowledge and potent skill will be enhanced and strengthened. I would also like to sincerely appreciate distinguished members of the branch for finding us worthy to serve in these strategic committees, and noble colleagues in the MCPD committee for their cooperations and support in organizing and supporting this program. Many thanks for listening. I wish all the successful acting. God bless you all.
The very branch, SS Odamala Gbenga Ishmael. Please let me appreciate.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LCCI. LCCI is one of my homes, and I feel at home here. So I'm welcoming you to a very pristine and great institution. I'll deliver my speech, so forgive me, I'm going to read it out here. I'm going to demonstrate one of the things that technology does. Prior to this, I used to spend 2 days, 3 days to think of what I would write and what to do and how I'll put things up. Relevant points to the topic. This morning, I tested AI, ChatGPT. I just put 3-4 words. Give me a speech. So my speech is going to be represented in my voice or written by ChatGPT. That's AI and that's technology. So, good morning, noble colleagues. Welcome to the Lagos Branch MCPD. Before I start, let me recognize the Chief Host, our President, Mr. Victor Alonge, National President, and my executive, those who are here at the branch, and our Chairman of the day, Otumabola Anabadejo. Thank you very much, sir. Today's topic, embracing technology and the future of real estate, with some things adapting to market disruptions and how to navigate the changing landscape, as well as using Google Maps in identifying and locating properties, and the use of drones in real estate. This is a very fitting topic and relevant with the current global realities. As Nigeria continues to organize with an increasing population and a growing middle class, the real estate sector is poised to play a pivotal role in the nation's economic development. However, to fully unlock its potential and address existing challenges like housing deficits, inefficiencies, and lack of transparency, embracing technology is essential. The future of real estate in Nigeria lies in how well the industry adopts and integrates technological advancements, from blockchain to artificial intelligence to big data analytics to virtual reality and the rise of smart cities. These innovations are transforming how properties are developed, marketed, and managed globally, and Nigeria must follow suit to stay competitive. One of the most significant challenges in Nigeria's real estate sector is the lack of transparency in property transactions, which often leads to disputes over ownership and fraud. Blockchain technology can provide secure, immutable records of property ownership and making transactions more transparent and reducing the risk of fraud. This will build trust among local and foreign investors, further encouraging investment in Nigeria's real estate market. Artificial intelligence and big data analytics are also revolutionizing how market trends are analyzed and property values are determined. By harnessing AI, real estate developers and investors in Nigeria can better understand customer preferences. predict market shifts, and optimize pricing strategies. This data-driven approach can lead to more informed decisions and efficient property management, ensuring development aligned with the needs of rapidly urbanizing population. Moreover, virtual and augmented reality technologies are changing how properties are marketed. Instead of physically visiting multiple sites, buyers can now take virtual tours of properties from the comfort of their homes. This not only saves time, but also makes the property market more accessible to international investors, opening up new opportunities for cross-border transactions and investments. The rise of smart cities, powered by Internet of Things, IoT, is another technological trend that can reshape Nigeria's urban landscapes. By integrating IoT systems, developers can create sustainable and efficient urban environments where infrastructure, energy, and resources are optimized for better living experiences. This aligns with Nigeria's goals for sustainable development and offers long-term solutions to some of the country's pressing urban challenges, such as traffic congestion, waste management, and energy shortages. Embracing these technologies is not just about keeping up with the global trends. It is about addressing the specific needs of Nigeria's real estate sector, creating a more transparent, efficient, and investor-friendly environment. By leveraging technology, Nigeria has the opportunity to redefine its real estate landscape, meet the demands of its growing population, and secure its own place as a leader in the African property market. I welcome our facilitators, Mr. Ferdinand Darela, Essence of the Valor, Aki Opatola, Tamplana Gabriel Adeyoju. Today's punchline is disruption to achieve. We are looking forward to robust presentations from our very well qualified facilitators. I conclude again with welcoming the chairman of the day, the past chairman, Otobabola Onabanjo, our member of trustees who has always been with us at the Lord and has shared our events not once, not twice. And I continue to thank him for being with us all the time and leading the way, even when we are wrong. Thank you very much, sir. And participants, I welcome you all and enjoy your day today. Thank you very much.
Also too, but before he comes on board, he actually has two roles to play here today. Apart from being our chairman of the day, but also too, he's also going to also speak on the real estate subject perspective, basically based on one of the topics, which is based on embracing technology, the future of real estate services. So we welcome our chairman of the day. First of all, we'll give his welcome address as the chairman of the occasion, and then to also maximize the time as well. You also delve straight into the topic of the day as well. So please, we all need to rise up. We need to give respect to our elders. So please, because you are not that total, sir. So with all due respect, with all reverence, please let's welcome the chairman of the day, Otumba Bola Onabanjo, FNLDS, Essence of the Valor, member of the Board of Trustees. You're welcome, sir.
He wants you to stretch your legs. That's why he has politely asked you to stand up. Let me thank him for his good initiative. Some bits of protocol have been laid. But I think as a Rotarian, we believe so much in protocols. I want to solidify that protocol in the interest of all of us. So I will start recognizing the chief host of this event. There is no other person and the number one estate surveyor and valuer in Nigeria, NIESV, Victor Onle Alonde. I don't know why the clapping is so minute. Thank you. He is the president of NIESV and the chairman of council of NIESV. All of us present here today must know that he is our boss for the next maybe 1.5 or so years now. Having recognized him, I know if he's not here with us, he will be ably represented at this event. It's important to recognize the host, the very host of this event. And there is no other person than the chairman of the very branch of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, in the person of NIESV, Ismail. In that way, because one must fear the future than even the present, let me recognize the Vice Chairman of the Lagos branch, NIESV, Tosin. I will move from here to recognize the man who has put things together for us to be here today. That's not a person, and the chairman of Lagos LPCD, Lagos branch LPCD, and the person of NIESV, God's Power, Omosusi. I take that to recognize and appreciate all the members of this committee who have put the rest of today in proper place, and also all the members of the Lagos branch executive committee. Let me move from here and recognize the president of FIAPC, who is here present with us, NIESV Opatola Akin. It is necessary to recognize the distinguished facilitators, people who have burnt the midnight oil, labored very well to put down the delicious meal that we served to us today. We are three distinguished gentlemen who are ready to do this topic. And the first on the team is Mr. Femi Magayola, partner of PwC. Thank you very much. He is going to talk to us on embracing technology, the future of real estate services. The number two facilitator is no other person than our own NIESV acting Opatola, who does as the principal partner of Odawale Jordan & Co., as well as the president of FIAPC. He is going to talk to us on adapting to market disruptions, how to navigate the changing real estate landscape, and chat GPT. The third facilitator, who I want to respectfully appreciate, is a person in a allied profession to our own, the voice and friends. This is a distinguished town planner, the person of town planner Gabriel Adeyanju. He is the managing partner of Gravel Consults. I like that beautiful name. Please welcome him. He's going to talk to us on the use of Google Maps, GPS, in identifying and locating properties and the use of drones in real estate. Distinguished fellows of this great profession, I can see them sitting down comfortably. I will not be able to mention your names one by one, but I recognize all of you. Distinguished associates of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, and of course, our students, professionals, and students as well. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you here today. Well, the president or the chairman of the branch, while he was talking or opening a speech, talked about how we can embrace technology, and he started it by telling us that what he did today was just to consult AI to give him a speech to make at this occasion. My distinguished chairman, I want to congratulate you for that. AI is not very new. It's still new. But in the past 1 or 2 years, I have employed AI in diverse ways, especially when it comes to me without too much of notice to preach a sermon. All I do was just take my something and Google, give me a 1,000 or 500 hour sermon on the kingdom of heaven. And before you make out your 5 minutes, under 1 minute, you got the sermon. But you have to apply technology to which you're praying. What I would then do is to probably take something and introduce some Bible passages, and before you know it, I have a very rich sermon in my front. But you know, in the case of sermons, you only open your mouth, the Holy Spirit will fill it for you. So you still need to rely on the Holy Spirit to guide you. So Mr. Branch Chairman, thank you for adopting or embracing technology, like getting your speech ordered for you by AI this morning. I have not done that. But I'm going to use the chairman's speech. I'm going to use some other information that have come to me with the little things I was able to scramble between yesterday and today to talk to you on the passage that has just been given to me now. And that is embracing technology, the future of real estate services. And that will come in as the lead facilitator for this important occasion. It's digital transformation. Technologies like virtual reality, VR, for property source, artificial intelligence, AI, for market analysis, and blockchain for secure transactions are becoming integral to the industry. Smart buildings, the rise of smart buildings equipped with Internet of Things, which we call IoT devices, has enhanced energy efficiency, security, and tenant comfort. These buildings use data to optimize operations and improve the overall tenant experiences. And the third one is big data and analytics. This emphasizes the importance of big data in making informed decisions. Real estate professionals can now leverage data analytics to predict market trends, assess property values, and understand consumer behavior. The fourth aspect is sustainability. Technology is aiding the development of sustainable real estate practices, such as green buildings and eco-friendly construction methods. The industry must remain adaptable and innovative. Embracing this advancement will improve current operations and pave the way for future growth and success. By staying ahead, real estate professionals can ensure they meet changing needs of their clients and market. Distinguished noble colleagues, let me make this very pertinent observation. Challenges and obstacles by design are largely fixed. When I say they are largely fixed, it means that they don't have the capacity to become increasingly complex. It is us as humans that have the ability to become complex. What we call mutations and complexity in a problem are already there, embedded in the design of the problem. As professionals, we have the ability to become anything to solve a problem. When problems don't have the ability to become anything to avoid being solved.
I happen to study statistics, and I study statistics 3 times, first, second, and third degree. So I have a PhD in statistics, and I have practiced statistics all along. So when the leadership were talking about, the use of AI, right, is the future. And luckily for some of us, we started while we were young. And I see some young people, and I'm sure the older ones that have spoken about the use of ChatGPT and all of that, I'm sure they'll be smiling and laughing like, we use this thing as, a day-to-day tool. And I want to stress the fact that AI in itself is not the end, right? I think we made a saying of recent that people underestimate the current capacity of AI, or especially generative AI, ChatGPT that we use, that is underestimated, and also that people underestimate the power that it is going to have in the future, which means there is a lot of room for the adoption of technology within any space that we find ourselves. Also, I'm going to add that one of the critical things that we need to also pay attention to is the fact that our industry happens to be the one that I would say is the biggest beneficiary of every technology advancement. Do we agree? Real estate, right? Sorry, it's data analytics and RPA, so I don't have an industry, right? My industry is the industry that I'm speaking to, right? So we are all in the same industry that I'm speaking, right? Now, do we agree that our industry is the biggest beneficiary of technology advancements? Imagine this. No. Can you tell me any industry that has a technology that can build what they do, what they sell? Almost none. Your industry has 3D printing. Do we know what 3D printing is? A machine that can help you build a house and build it to specification. There is no other industry in the world that has that kind of technology. And 3D printing will make use of almost every other technology that you can think of. From AI that we've spoken about, to robotic process automation, to machines that will use physical robots, right, to mix and put things together, and also learn from the architectural diagram and tell you if that architecture is good for the kind of building you want to be understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So our industry is the biggest beneficiary, right, of technology advancements. Can we have the slide back so I can start with that? I'm sorry, I'll continue to speak, but most of the things I'm talking about will be captured on the slide. So don't mind if the slide is moving or not. Across industries, not just yours. And then we're going to look at key technology changes that will shape the future. And another question I'd like to ask is, when is the future? When is the future? Now. So if you're talking about the future, we're actually talking about things that we need to start doing now, and not things that we want to do tomorrow, right? Then we go into how those trends, or how the trends we're going to be looking at, how it flows into the real estate industry. And then we're going to look at the benefits of digital transformation and the call to action for each and every one of us. A year and about 2 months. And it's already part of us, right? And those are kind of things that we need to start considering when we are building our properties, when we are putting solutions out there. And the interesting ones that we're going to talk about as we go along. A number of them I'll just touch on, I won't talk about it because some of the other facilitators are going to focus more on those areas, especially the drone that I talked about some minutes ago.
That the world is changing. Back in the days, we had only 2 genders, male and female. Now we have over 76. So I'll be speaking basically on 3 things. Number 1, how to the market disruptions. 2, how to navigate. I'll spend more time there, then I'll briefly wrap up with the interesting things I've been able to do with ChatGPT, and hoping that everyone else can take a cue. So the reason why I have this disclaimer here is I have some really interesting models that I work with in my practice. So when I come for presentations like this, I like to share those models. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to you. Some people say, it's a model, it's crazy, it doesn't work. But because the world is changing, and so is the real estate practice, we need to do some things a little bit differently. And I'm sure as I run through the slides, a few of you might agree with me. Okay, so we need to go big, go niche, or go home as we approach the last quarter of this year and look forward to 2025. We as real estate professionals in the room, real estate surveyors, real estate consultants, property professionals must look beyond the ordinary. A lot of the things I'll be saying today is the very basic things. So for me, disruption, yes, has happened to myself, to my business, but majority of the things that I'm saying here, they might sound very elementary and fundamental. But trust me, if you can just apply even half of it, I am certain that it will take your business and your professional practice to the next level. Analogy. So we have Airbnb, like Raphael from PwC had mentioned, that the world's largest hotelier
They own absolutely no hotels. Same thing for Uber, world's largest taxi company. They don't own any taxi. Same thing for Alibaba, one of the world's largest retail. They don't own any inventory. Same thing for Facebook. We post data and information. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're still practicing our business and our professional services the way we used to, then the train, and unfortunately for you, the train has moved. So the future of real estate, I feel the future of real estate has to do with technology, which is sure, has to do with sustainability, and lastly, which is the most critical, is customer preference and understanding. You see, one of the reasons why disruption is affecting our industry, and of course every other industry, is because I feel we don't have a deeper understanding of our customer and our client. You see, just like my fingers here are not equal, so do our taste, preference, and fashion of our clients also differ. My age group is 46. He's from South Africa. He's an architect and founder of Killer Architects. He set up his own architectural firm a few years ago in South Africa. 16 or so architects. But the interesting thing is that the amazing building on the right, Museum of the World, they had close to 2 million visitors. Museum of the World was designed by Sean Killer. If you Google top 100, top 150 architects, Sean Killer will not be among. But you see, he has fought forward, he has been innovative, he has used technology to transform his business model. Ladies and gentlemen, if Sean Killer, 16 or so architects in South Africa, he now has buildings worth $3-4 billion US in the Emirates operating. So that means if we are also orthographing our work and our business with authenticity and with utmost brilliance, no matter where we are, people will look for you. As we all know, money will always follow value. So I have Sean Killer there, amazing gentleman. I think we should try to meet up. Okay. So as we speak today about these kind of changes, people want to hear about changes, but it would be interesting to know 2-3 weeks after this kind of MCPD, 2-3 months after, many people will be able to apply some of these things to change our lives, change our professional practice, and also change our business. Peter Drucker, management rule. The greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence itself. So it's not actually the disruption. It is to act with yesterday's logic. That is a very bigger danger. So what are these market disruptions that we're speaking about? My time is short. You have the slides, so I won't go about reading these things. So the key market disruptions that we see in our industry today, countryside. So he got accustomed to cows. You know, cows are usually white, brown, black in color. So he said, wait a minute, if I should see a cow that is green in color or purple, you know, you will stop and stare. You will take selfie. You will call somebody. You will call your friend. If our businesses are packaged like the purple cow, people will speak about you. Ladies and gentlemen, for professional services, the mistake we make is that we think we are marketing a product. No. For professional services like us, it is intangible. It is our knowledge, our expertise that we are actually selling to the market. And that is how we can be well priced. You see, for us, there are 3 R's that stand us out. Our reputation, yes, our referrals, and this, the last R, so there's reputation, and reputation, very key. So for professional services consultants like us, those 3 things are critical. And that's why you can see the slide that I had earlier with Sean Killer. Young guy from South Africa, top 100, top 20, you will be there, but now he's doing mega projects even in the UAE where things matter. So even for us, no matter where your firm is or the model that you're practicing, do good work, practice those 3 R's, and you see that you'll be able to overcome a lot of these disruptions that we're speaking about. So I highly recommend it. You can read up about it. There are 8 ways you can use ChatGPT for real estate, and thank you so much.
Offline, maybe by a solid plan, and we need to identify that property. There are many properties, but some things come to play when it comes to geospatial entity. We have different surveying grounds. We call some WGS 84, we call some MINA. Those are the 2 ones that are key to us here today, and that's where I'm going to streamline this discussion into, not to bother us with so many standards. The Nigerian real estate industry has experienced remarkable growth, fueled by soaring demand for housing and commercial spaces. However, property identification and location have long been daunting tasks due to inadequate addressing systems and limited geographic data. In some other places, if you just input number 1, Idowotelo Street, into any of these devices, it takes you straight to that address. Please, I want us to run our data here as we are, because we'll do a little exercise. Then it wouldn't be a problem again. If anybody has a survey plan, just give me the coordinates, eastings and northings. We will now navigate to that space based on these eastings and northings, but it will not still take us to that location. So how will now, I think this is the major problem with our, now how will now get to that main location? We'll just do that little exercise within 3 minutes, and from there we can now get it. Do we have any example of the survey plan? This is where we can Department of Defense. They started what we call the GPS, Global Positioning System. But 10 years after, there is this plane, a Korean plane. It flew into the Russian airspace mistakenly, and the Russian people brought it down. So the United States President, I think it was George Reagan, September 16, 1983, he now made the use of GPS free for everybody. This is why we all have that advantage we are using today. We use it on Google Maps, and thank you very much. So let's switch to that system now, please. What system? No, okay, the slide person on the side. We'll just input this location. This survey says that this location is on Adekoya Street in Parkview Estate, Badon, off Jede Road in Ikorodu. This survey is based on MINA coordinates. And under this coordinate, they will write the time zone. Before 1999, they were using the New Nigerian origin. After which it was switched to UTN, Universal Transverse Mercator Zone 31. There is a little deviation of about between 120 to 150 meters from these 2 bases. So they are both correct, but they are based on different locations. So let us now do the instance of 546. If we have Google Maps on our phone too, we can do the same thing. 546, no, 564. 564 361.667. That's our listing. Then our notice 731,082.02. Okay, again. I don't have my age group pet here. Who exists? Has anybody found it? Should I come again?
Come again.
Network. Okay, we should come again. 564 361.667. And then 731,082.02. So sorry, we have to take time on this thing because it is germane to what we want to talk about. So 31. Let's go there. Still internet issue. So in essence, what I want to show to us is that this thing will take us very close to that location, but it will be around some deviations away, maybe like 130 meters. Okay, if we have any stored data, hello, if we have any stored data, just navigate there. Let's see. Close to what we are using here, that is near our correct base, and we got that in what we call the mobile topographer. It is an app and it is free. Mobile topographer. It is downloadable. So what we used to do is to first of all input these coordinates into our mobile topographer. Mobile topographer is a base software for surveyors, but it is a free resource on the internet. So we input that coordinate into mobile topographer. The mobile topographer will take us to the precise location where that survey is. This is mobile topographer, but internet is still a problem. And after we have gotten to our location on mobile topographer that we can see now on the map, then we can now trace it very close to where our coordinate has taken us. Now, if this is where mobile topographer is put on our Google map, is this clear? In fact, sometimes it might not even be somewhere that has been nomenclated. It could just be in a bush, and the person is about to sell parcel C to us here, but there is no road, and we are not there. The person is there. Let the person just pin that point and send to us. Anytime we too want to go and do our own due diligence, we just move to that point by ourselves. This one is even more precise because it will not take us to this parcel 2 or 4. It will take us to the precise location that person has sent to us. I think that one is even better. But this survey hole is the one we have to go through mobile topographer to get it done right.
Boring out to do agency and some other things.
And I just told myself that now I'm in my legacy years. I one day looked at the whole thing. That if I was a son, I mean, how the legal practitioners do it, there are certain transactions that people will not do to me anymore. I'm looking forward to the day where we as district surveyors, we will come up and say, this is what our fees will be, and if anybody takes anything less, the person will be disciplined, just as the lawyers have done. So, okay, in my career, I have embraced facility management as one of the things that I do. And recently, I became the executive director of an exciting company where we use drones to, make facility management better. So how did cheap drones come to be? So there was a day, the chief executive officer of this organization used to work in a bank, and there were people, some vendors were employed to clean the exterior of the building. And two of the people fell and there was an accident, and some people died, and so that became a pain point. Then when pandemic came, people were locked up in their homes. And it was in Canada, and it was maybe a 40-something story building. And the windows were getting dark as the weather changed. And people couldn't come to clean them because the insurance companies were not willing to stake their label on that kind of venture. So that was what brought about the discovery. What can we do to make, facilities management easier and better? And in my FIAPC life, I have had the opportunity of going to a few countries. One of the exciting ones I went to recently was Singapore. I spent 2 days at the airport because I was so fascinated at what I was seeing. So let's not go too much. So that's the problem I've spoken about. Can I have the next slide, please? So now, what are the issues there? So there's the issue of safety. People are on scaffolding, they fall, somebody fell down and died. Then the financial impact to property owners. I mean, recently we're trying to quote for a job for the head office of an organization in Abuja. And they told us that the people before us had quoted for scaffolding, they had quoted for 27 million naira. But we don't need scaffolds to clean buildings. With a drone, we can do it in maximum of 14 hours. So then, please go back to that slide, sorry. The next slide, sorry. So the financial impact of property owners. So one thing, I want us to imagine a Lagos Island. I have practiced for 30 years now, and I started my practice at 8 to 10 Broad Street, Western House. And I noticed a lot of buildings there have been abandoned. In fact, the last office I had in that region was at the one Custom Street, I think it's number 3 to the one opposite Stock Exchange. And why I left there was that one day I was at work and a big rat ran into my office and I ran on the table. And I jumped on the table and I was talking to a client and I couldn't tell the client what I was experiencing. That was the last time I went to that office. My office has been in Dolphin now for 18 years. That's a residential estate. But I couldn't go back there because there's a social problem, there's a pandemic in that environment. So imagine a Lagos Island where all the buildings are so clean and the facade is looking good. I mean, and we're bringing this kind of ingenuity to clients. You don't have to bring it all down. When people buy, like Aki was saying, the niche, know the market, understand your client, a lot can happen. Please go to the next slide. So challenges, technology adoption, it's a traditional thing. Let's see the way we've been doing it. It may be too expensive. You haven't even discovered how much it will cost you. Then integration of technology, a lot has been said. Clientele trust because you're bringing ingenuity, you're bringing something new. Regulatory barriers, I'm happy with what he said. We did a lot of research and we're not just carrying drones. We actually recognize the regulatory body and we have passed all the tests. So we have what it takes, the license from Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. It is obvious in an environment or anywhere in the world, you can't just carry drones. So we have that. Please, the next slide, thank you. So what's the game changer? We use the Matrix, we did their Matrix 350 RTK drones. Then the efficiency of the solution, I'm going to show you a video, how it works. Then the safety for humans, people don't have to die, even if you don't know them, we should value life. It's environmental friendly. The next thing. So the successes that we have done, strategic partnerships. So we didn't want to reinvent them. We found a company in Dubai called First Drones, and we're partnered with them. And we have our mandate is to cover the whole of West Africa. So we started from Nigeria. And we're getting a lot of traction already, even in West Africa. So clientele is, of course, we have a couple of clients in Dubai, Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia. And what has been the result? Reduced cleaning times to 90% compared to carrying household all over the place. 0 accidents recorded on all operations. Reduced water consumption by using this advanced technology. The next slide, please. Thank you. Now, so expanding our operations, I've said that. Then innovation, another thing we're thinking to do, we're investing in all-powered drones that can perform productive maintenance. So beyond cleaning your building, when you go up with a drone, you can discover some defects that are happening in the building before it gets really bad. So we're at that point now. We're also thinking of being first responders when there's a fire incident. We're working on that as well. So there's a lot more can do with drones.
Or I want to increase the number of nodes in the property and things like that. So without necessarily touching the actual property, right? They can actually do a lot of experiments.
Thank you for that. And honestly, it feels like we're really far back in Nigeria, and it just also shows that the opportunities here are boundless. PUC is known for helping companies navigate complex financial landscapes. How can predictive analytics and AI-driven platforms help real estate investors make better investment decisions in a volatile market like Nigeria?
In several ways. The question is really around predictive analytics and AI, and using that within the industry. Every part of the industry that you think about can actually apply predictive analytics and AI. From knowing if a particular property is viable, right, for you to get into, right? I think I can allude to that when he was speaking. Right? If a particular property is valuable for you to get into, if it's valuable, who are the potential customers or potential clients that you should be going after for those properties? In some cases, and I think this has been a conversation for a while.
That this is rural. That we call it scatterization. There will not be orderliness in space. People will just build anyhow. So, but amidst that scatterization, you will see something will just reckon to you that this area is special. So when you go to ground, we now do what we call you want to go there. When you get there, you see that it is a palace, a shrine, or a market, maybe some days market. That thing will just be there. So in that end, this part of Nigeria, where you see that market, you will find the Oba's palace, you will find the mosque. That is how they are always, or shrine, putting themselves together. So you identify like that. But fence lines, when you have a very good drone, and I was talking about RT playing 350 the other time. Actually, it's better with thermal electrician. Very, very good with that. It senses infrared and gamma. Yes. If there's a building now, God forbid there's fire, and everybody runs out. If that drone is outside there, if there's life inside there, it tells you. The ray will be telling the truth that there's still life inside there.
That is just to show that there's a lot of technology that we are not making very good use of in Nigeria.
Yes.
Within our reach, all we need to know is how to navigate this technology. We have a couple of questions here for all the panelists. Even if it is part of your consulting, because that's your forte, are you able to create the data? You know, you spoke about the federal housing, the one near Walili, and how it is dilapidated and it is wasting away and people can come together. As ESV or Patola would do if a client comes to meet him to say, what can I do with billions of money? He can say to them, put up a structure like this, and he will say, we will create like an investment club network. Either you buy it, or you already have people that rent in things and places now, or we can get tenants that will take in rooms. And you get three corporate young bodies in property management in Lagos. And we have corporate organizations, financial institutions take a whole block and put their tech people in the flats. So you have a lot of tech people and individuals stay in the flat. It's cheaper for the...
Even though it has to go down, for a very important seminar with the main theme, embracing technology, the future of real estate services, and two other sub-themes, adapting to market disruptions, how to navigate the changing of real estate landscape, and ChatGPT, and the use of Google Maps for GPS in identifying locating properties and the use of drones in real estate. As a leading professional body in the built environment, we do not have the key to national development, but we have contributed immeasurably through our expertise and through the practice of our core competencies towards the overall economic development and social well-being of the people of Nigeria since the inception of this profession 54 years ago. There are prospects to contribute and impact to the economy more. There are also prospects for the estate surveying and valuation practice in 3 better, and lots of opportunities for development within the real estate sector in Nigeria. Those opportunities can only be realized by conscious efforts of estate surveyors and valuers to embrace technological advancement and apply them to practice of the profession. That is the key to remaining relevant in our dynamic world. Mr. President also said that he commended the Lagos State branch, which is the very branch, for coming up with these capacity building programs, and most particularly with the timely and appropriate themes. These are the kind of initiatives we need to embrace in our ever-changing world. And they also align with the vision of the present administration under the visionary of our President and Chairman of Council, Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Victor Aloge. I am optimistic that the outcome of this seminar will address the application of technology to real estate practice and many others. This will go a long way in standardizing and productizing estate surveying and valuation in practice. My distinguished global colleagues, my revered trustees, permit me to add a word or two from Mr. President. Mr. President, the very chairman of the very branch, I want you to listen to this one, which is not part of the speech. Mr. President has asked me to express his a little bit displeasure on the way that my distinguished global colleagues, my revered trustees, permit me to add a word or two from Mr. President. Mr. President, the very chairman of the very branch, I want you to listen to this one, which is not part of the speech.
YouTube that are available for everyone to use. Again, today's session was 100% about technology. What is the issue? In a few days, actually, that's over my years, if you're not up with the current trend, you're out of business. You're out of business. As it was said, Nigeria is far behind. Globally, if you go to any of the offices, they're working with tools, CRMs, system, virtual reality. In the US, they have nobody do inspections. They have something called one key locks. You go and do inspections without a key. The house is automated from wherever it is. What is that tool for? When you go and do inspection, they already record who has come to do the inspection. They know who has come, they pick the data, how many people inspected this property, how long was it in the market for. That particular key lock is taking data without us knowing. We don't have any of that access. So our MCPD sellers always try to equip vendors. Let us change, let us not come today and then forget about what you have learned. So please take all the knowledge that you have received today and start implementing and start collaborating. I'm told the Sweet Drone, we are already engaging Sweet Drone for next week. The first work they're going to do, they're going to start cleaning the building immediately. So start collaborating and start working. And first one is needed for the first one.
Our trustees and elder father of most of us here at the Lagos State branch, finding worthy of being awarded this award of appreciation for all you've been doing to the branch towards the development of the educational facilities in the branch. Congratulations.
Round of applause, please. Thank you. Let me go back. Let me go back and this picture, please.
So let us my vice chairman, please, of Reservoir. If not, you will sit your still from the hand of your land. Let's go to Mr. Rapper, please.
We've heard all of them for the whole day, so please let them have lunch for the go. Thank you very much.
Yes, the Act of Popular is then capacity of the president of the APC Nigerian chapter, but he's also one of us as well. He's quite at home with us.
Is there the capacity of Larry Dollars? Not the president of, when he is president of the
No, that's my chairman.
Thank you very much.
I was not to say this.
Thank you very much. Okay. Ledrock Nigeria Limited, our major sponsor. We have the representative here. Ledrock.
Please. 1 million naira in Nigerian fund isn't really easy. So for some Ledrock, let's do that, please. Is there any representative here from Ledrock? Please, let's welcome him, please. They give us $1 million. Too much is expected, so when next you come calling again, we're going to get 2 of that, 5 of that. Let's drop.
Thank you very much, Ledrock. Thank you once again for supporting the branch. Thank you.
Please, let's acknowledge that, please, so we go back to that seat.
This one is, I'm confused here. I want to honor moderator. This is who moderated it.
Who is that one? Is it for you? For the moderator.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
To call the the actual we'll call them together. They are working together to save time. The time work they were doing, they were doing collaborate. So
I'm going to introduce ourselves. I'm so NIESV Tokuba Kiomi and NIESV Ayodele for anchoring and coordinating the event smoothly and so effectively. Thank you very much. Thank you. So thank you. And the first vice. The vice chairman of the board is our friend. And he's a past chairman. You know what I mean. So at this point, we'll give us the vote of thanks. President of the institution, ably represented here by the first vice president, our own dear Madam Baturi. I most especially appreciate you for being here today. We thank God that you made Lagos branch to smile. Because how would it be that we have this type of gathering that the presidency, our presidency is not represented? Thank you very much, Madam Baturi. And of course, so I'm not holding the vote of thanks. I'm still doing my protocols. The vice president himself, or vice chairman of the registration board, this man can withdraw your stamp and seal. So they want everybody to use the practice. Thank you, and you give our warm regards to the Ashwari himself. Celebration. Distinguished facilitators, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's been a very wonderful year. Not minding the fact that we not start early enough, but I'm sure that there's nobody here who will say I want to take back my money because I'm not beneficiaries. If we ask you, let me see your hand. You want the refund of your registration money because it's not benefited, let me see your hand. And nobody, except the radical, that want to raise his hand. So having said this, because don't belong to the GSC according to the Gambler, we still want to embrace technology. So let us all go out and continue to embrace technology. Once again, I appreciate your time and thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The welfare subcommittee chairman of the very branch. We just want to bring to your notice that we have our end of year events coming in by the second week of December. We are planning a black tie as well as having maybe a comprehensive end of year party for all members depending on how we are funded. But please kindly mark your calendar by the second week of December, God willing. We are having two powerful events for the very branch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your on this note, I would say a very big thank you on behalf of my chairman and executive committee members of Lagos State Branch. We want to sincerely express our appreciation to all of you, starting with our first vice president, Yes, Baturi. We thank you so much for your time. We thank you so much for giving support to this branch. The chairman of the occasion, once again, thank you. Essence of Nabalua, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your time. Our facilitators, we want to appreciate every one of you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your knowledge and have shared with every one of us. Our moderators, once again, thank you. Our anchor person, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate every participant of this program. I'm very sure we have not exceeded one way or the other. Has been a very, very rewarding event. So once again, thank you. We look forward to seeing at that time. We can always come on Lagos State Bank at any point in time. We are always coming up with new things, new ideas. So every time we are coming up with new ideas, we can always continue to solicit for your support. We count on your enforcement to always record success of our programs. On this note, once again, a very big thank you and a wonderful day.